I'm Amanda from Carrington West, and I'm here with our department manager of our rail team, Oliver Gooch. Oliver won the REC Best Temporary Recruiter of the Year award in November last year. So we're going to talk to Olli a little bit about his career in recruitment. So, Olli, congratulations.
Thank you.
Why did you choose a career in recruitment?
I think like most, I didn't choose a career in recruitment. I was going to go into the RAF as an officer, and I was injured at the time, so I passed my interviews and they said come back when you're fit to do the assessment. But the injury lasted quite long, and my sister said, why don't you come work in recruitment with me for 6 months? And after that time, earning better money, not going to war, and I think the wife and the mother were quite happy with that and kind of pushed me to stay. And the rest is history, if you like.
Fantastic. So fast forward, how many years? 10 years?
10 years, making me feel old, yeah, 10 years now.
And so what motivates you to get up in the morning now?
I think your motivations change as you get older. I think to start with, I think it was that traditional 5-year plan that I think most people coming out of uni, looking for a career, have it. Wanting to get married, wanting to get your first nice car, wanting to buy your house, kind of get set up for life, if you like, have the nice holidays, and kind of accomplishing that, which is fantastic, and it really set me up for life and getting all the things that most people aspire to have, and a lot of people don't actually get the opportunity to have that. But now it's taken my life to the next level as well, getting the opportunities to take my family on holiday, enjoy experiences, a challenging, rewarding role, which managing people as well, always set myself goals, long term and short term, and kind of love coming in and trying to achieve them. So I think just always looking to what you can achieve. I think with recruitment, I think the most exciting thing is you write your own paycheck, and I know it's a bit of a cliche comment, but there is no cap on what you can earn, and if that's the case, I'm the kind of person that's going to keep going and keep earning. So yeah, that's the exciting part. You never reach your limit, which I think is fantastic.
That's great. And in terms of specifically now with Carrington West, what's your favourite thing about Carrington West?
Well, I come from a big corporate agency, which taught me many great traits that have set me up for life, and always thankful for the training I've got. One of those always looks at the positive things. But coming to a company now that has given me everything I've asked for, and I ask for a lot. It's I earn good money, which is important, but I also get to spend time with my family, which is that's my biggest driver, spending time with my wife, spending time with my son, getting flexi time, home working, the obscene amount of holidays I get as well. And yeah, it's great. I love it. I love not being at work. But having all of that, but then a company that really listens, coming in at an early stage and really watching this company to grow now 100 people and helping, if you like calling the younger generation, new people in recruitment, I'll get a real kick out of it. And it's just, I don't think it's a great organisation with listening to people, giving back, and the awards we win a testament to that. And there's not many when you can truly appreciate how good you've got it, if that makes sense. And I just think it's exciting to see when I joined in a smaller office, kind of 20, 25 people. Now, office which has gone through 100 people. Where are we going to be in 2 years? Where are we going to be in 5 years? I just think it's very exciting, and there's no limit to what we can achieve. So yeah, that's good.
So that's all a very positive and rosy story. But what's been the biggest challenge in your time here?
It's bloody hard work.
Yeah, I mean, recruitment is hard work.
Yeah, I think, look, everyone will sit here and say, recruitment's great, Carrington West is great. And it is, you can earn good money, you get great rewards, you get great holiday, you get to go abroad with, everyone you work with, it's fantastic. But if it was that easy, everyone would do it.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing we say to everyone at interview stage is, isn't it a get quick rich scheme? It really isn't. You've got to put the hard work in, you've got to put the years in, you've got to be resilient, you've got to take the knocks. And I think once people learn the technical skills after 6 months, it's all about mindset and that resilience, and that nowadays everyone with social media, that instant gratification, that I'm 21 and I see these millionaires, that's just not reality. And it's hard work, the rewards are there, but too many people give up too quickly. And I'm a firm believer of the grass isn't greener, the grass is greener where you water it. And I think when you think about that, it's about staying somewhere, really learning your trade, really to keep going, because it is difficult for the first few years, and recruitment's a difficult game as it is, but to keep going and that resilience is always difficult, and that's why you've got to find your why and your motivations and what gets you out of bed in the morning, because if you don't have that, there are easier jobs out there, if that makes sense. So it's about how motivated and how far you want to take your life.
And you've sort of answered my next question, which would be what would be your advice to anyone coming into recruitment or joining Carrington West who doesn't have any work experience?
Everyone thinks there's this kind of holy grail of work where you come in and everyone's smiling and high-fiving and it's lovely and there's no bad day. That's just not the real world, you know what I mean? Work is, you've got to put the effort in, you've got to work hard, and there are easier jobs than this, and there are jobs where you don't get so many knockbacks. You've really got to be resilient, but you've really got to have a reason why you need to achieve, because I find that most people who come into recruitment feel they want to achieve, but then see the hard work that goes on behind it, and they're like, and it's, you know, I'll relate it to maybe football or any other sport. It's the top 1% that make it. You know, everyone wants what Cristiano Ronaldo's got. Everyone thinks, yeah, I want that, I want the money. No one's going to put the effort in like he is. No one's going to put those extra hours in the training ground like him. No one's going to make that commitment, that sacrifice, that diet. You know, if you look at the 1%, but you don't see what happens below that. And I feel until you've been through that, you can't really fully appreciate that as well. Does that make sense? You can't replace that real world experience.
It does, and I think probably what you're saying is that you know, if you come into it knowing that it's going to be hard work, but also having your eye on the prize and kind of working out, you know, and that's something that we really work with our consultants to do, is set goals for the future. And if you can buy into that goal setting to see your 2, 3, 5, 10-year plan for yourself personally as well as for the business, then you're more likely to put in the work to achieve it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's perspective as well. You know, haven't got this yet, haven't got this, haven't got that. That's great, but that's not a productive mindset. It is about what have you got. You've got great career, great development, an award-winning agency with benefits that beat anyone else as well. We're an unlimited earning cap in the future with people that really care about you. So you've got to look at what you do have rather than you don't have. And I just feel too many people with that mindset doesn't suit itself to recruitment, because as I say to everyone, you're only looking for one yes. When you're out there on the phone, you've got to deal with 99 no's. And not a lot of people like hearing 99 no's, but I like that one yes because I know what that one yes will get me. So it definitely is all about mindset.
Great. And this award, so we had a fantastic evening up in London. It was good fun. What does actually winning the award mean to you personally?
It means a lot. It does mean a lot, but it doesn't define me, if that makes sense. It's the cherry on the cake for all the hard work. Whether I won this award or not, I would have been overly proud of what I've achieved that year. You know, breaking the records, doing what I've done. You know, things that happen with the team. I think it just validates it, and I'll probably maybe need to take more time to sit back and really reflect. Everyone's going, you know, that's incredible, well done. I'm like, it's good, but I think, because my mindset is always looking at what's next, I'm just in the next day, on the phone, trying to achieve. But it is great to be recognised, and it recognises, hopefully, my mindset and what I'm trying to achieve. It recognises what Carrington West is doing and what we're trying to achieve. And I think it sets us to new people coming into the business about, actually, we have a successful model. There's a lot of what I call noise in recruitment. There's a lot of noise with the internet nowadays of everything you need to be successful. But actually, I think we have a great gift here to really knuckle it down to several key fundamentals and just do the basics brilliantly and just concentrate on that, and everything will come. But yeah, it's great recognition to have, and I think it validates everything we're doing, and it is a cherry on the cake after a fantastic year. So
good, and you should be proud. I think it is something that you can look back on and say, you know, okay, I achieved that.
Yeah.
And I was recognised for that. And we talked a lot about goals and mindset. What are your goals for the next couple of years?
I'm kind of to that stage now. Like I said, I think everyone has the first 5 years or whatever time it takes, you know, house, marriage, kids, that kind of, you know, which I've done now. And it's, you know, we talk a lot about goals, and once you get to a certain level, they're not so easy quickly to attain, but it's all about those marginal gains, those 1% improvements in my life. I've got a lot of goals about travelling, experiences with the family, going skiing for the first time, went road trip in America last year, so a lot of bucket list things, go to see the Northern Lights, Norwegian Fjord, so a lot of travel, it's really important to me. Keep breaking records, right? Keep making more money, make sure no one else out there beats me, that's important. And then keep working up and, getting to the, director of rail as well, that's really important. And several goals with the team and trying to get their promotions as well, get their careers really flying. So yeah, lots of smaller goals rather than anything one massive thing, but it's really important you do have goals so you keep pushing yourself.
Excellent. And to the same tune, obviously we all have areas where we need to develop, and we recognise that we need to develop, and that we never stop learning here at Carrington West. What one area would you say is you'd like to work on?
I'm sure you'll probably have a few comments. No, I think growth mindset is everything. You never stop learning. I'm always learning, developing. I'm a big advocate of reading and professional development, as you know, always trying to improve it. I don't feel there's a major improvement, because hopefully I'm quite aware of any issues, but it's all about the 1% gains. If I can get 1% better there, 1% better there, 1% better there, and 1% better at everything, the compound effect of that is massive. And that's both business and professional, but there's so many areas I need to improve, and we're only human, we're not perfect, and we need to recognise that there's not one area, but I think anyone coming into this business needs to have a growth mindset and needs to know there's so many areas as people we need to improve on, and that's going to enrich not just our professional lives, but our personal lives as well, because it's all intertwined. It's very important. So yeah, you don't know what you don't know, but there's so much more learning to do.
Yeah, and I think we run a leadership development programme here at Carrington West, which you and I are both part of and have been for a couple of years. And I think that is interesting because it constantly brings up areas where you think you're doing okay, and you suddenly realise as you get to the next level that actually there's so much more that you now need to think about. And I think when you have a team, a growing team like you do in rail, it's really important to always be quite vulnerable and humble about that, your role in that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, I'll go back to, the football analogy, if you like, because I think it's one that a lot of people can relate to. You're playing down the park with your mates, you're scoring quite a few goals, you think you're quite good. You then go join your Sunday team, you realise there's better people than me. Then you work up and you might go to your county level and realise there's better people than me. And then you go play for a club in the league, there's better people, and then the Premiership, and then try to get to the Champions League, etc. No matter what level you are, there are always people that are going to be better than you, and that's life, and you've got to accept that. But then you're looking, how do I get there? What do I need to do? And then just trying to copy the blueprint of the most successful people, and that's all you need to do. Look at the most successful person in the room, or who you know, what did they do, and copy it. And I feel if you can do that and try and take a little bit from here, a little bit there, and works for you, you're always going to be improving. And I think that's really important, like I said, both professionally and personally as well.
So thank you for talking about your career in recruitment. Before we go, tell us one thing about yourself that your colleagues wouldn't know.
They know quite a lot about me because I talk too much. Yeah, absolutely. One thing, I am a bit of a geek, and definitely a history geek, and especially in my spare time I'll read a lot of historical fiction novels. So not a lot of people know that about me, but
fiction.
Yeah, historical fiction. Got a bit of a soft spot for it, so yeah, that's probably about as much as I'm prepared to disclose.
All right, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.